What's going on, collectives? It is your girl Janiqua A, and I am back with another reading for you guys. If no one told you guys today, I love you, and I know all your dreams and aspirations matter because they do. So let's tap in, collectives. Let's see what's going on in your energy. Happy Friday. So as I just closed my eyes and took a deep breath in, I seen the circle like a portal. All right. So there's a lot of portals that's opening up for you right now. And I feel like you are getting and receiving a lot of energy. All right. So much so that you might not know what to do with all of this energy. All right. So make sure you directing all of your energy to something good, something positive. All right, Archangel Michael, what do you have for the collective for this weekend? Archangel Michael and Allegra, protect me as I channel for the collective. All right, the altar, dedication. So it is very important for you to tighten up on your spiritual practices. It is very important for you to connect with your ancestors and your spirit guides this weekend. All right. It is very important that you stay dedicated to your higher self, your intuition, and your spirit guides and your altar. Very, very important. All right. This is a time for transformation. So there might be things that you are being taught by your spirit guides that is requiring dedication, promising, and faith, knowing that you are going to do what's needed to be done over this weekend. Okay. So again, now is the time to gather all your tools, all your divination things, all the things that you need, all right? And you have obtained along your way, including whatever you have learned and experienced, and bring that to the table, all right? Bring all of that to the table, all right? You now have very important understanding. You now have very important wisdom and knowledge, right? That's needed to be brought about in magic. You got the wisdom to do candles. You got the knowledge to read tarot. You have the faith to do certain things that is required for you to practice magic. All right. This is also a sacred space. All right. Set up a space if you could. All right. But now is the time to get into that. All right. Maybe you are being called for a reason. All right. So again, now is the time for you to realize where everything lies and what you got. It's like you are being initiated to use everything that you've accumulated on a journey to now bring that to the table and start fucking creating. Start really working with your ancestors. Stop playing with it. All right. I need you to decide upon a very important path. All right, carefully and wisely also when you setting up your altars, when you praying to different gods, all right, and make a full commitment in choosing that direction. You must follow through in a form of dedication when it comes to your spiritual practices. All right. So if you are being called to create an altar, or this message is going to be for somebody that was creating an altar. All right. Create an altar. All right. Offer some prayers and thanks to strengthen your relationship with your gods. All right, you are being called to strengthen your relationship with your gods by honoring them more, by being dedicated to your spiritual practices more. All right, and again, you don't have, if you come from a family that will shun you away from this, you can make up a secret altar if you have to. You don't have to show everybody your altar. I mean, at one point in your life, you know, you're going to have to be comfortable. But right now, as you are being called or guided, again, this might not be your reading, but this is for somebody that's being called to. All right. Remember, ancient, like this goes back ancient, a lot of ancient cultures have used many different altars in their temples, their sacred spaces, and many other things. All right. The altars, like this sacred space, it contains and holds a lot of magic and a lot of magic activity and energies and deities. All right. When using these tools and ingredients for spell casting, candle magic, right? The altar is a focus for rituals. It's a sacred space. And the intentions must be right. So that is what the divine and your ancestors want you to start doing. It's all about dedication. All right. For some of you guys, you are being called to practice this because you need to heighten your discernment. You need to be aware of spiritual warfare and stuff like that. All right. You need assistance. And that is why you are being called to build a more tighter bond with your ancestors. All right. And the altar is honoring, right? Honoring them. So Spirit, tell me more about this altar and how does it apply to the collectives? You see how the cards is jumping out? Your spirit guides may want to connect to you more, but they don't have a way, or they want it. They want that way. All right, yeah. So this is about an oath. This is about an oath. So it's like you are being initiated into some sort of remembering, right? And I feel like your ancestors want a tighter bond with you so that way you could know spiritual laws. All right, there may be some sort of spiritual laws that is being broken, and you might be good at what you do, or you might be being called. Right? You might be being called to practice on your altar more, clean it off, do things like that, because this is the Wicca law. This is like the cosmic law. You know what I'm saying? This is like the cosmic law. This is like the 10 commandments, but in the cosmos. And it reads, in perfect love and perfect trust, 8 words that the Wicca reads and must be fulfilled. Pen ye, harm none, do as ye will, and ever mind the rule of 3. What you send out comes back to you. Follow this with mind, body, spirit, and heart, and marry ye, marry part. So spirit is saying and teaching you that the oath and the code of law, meaning whatever you put out, whatever energy you put out from an altar, whatever candle works that you put out, whatever that you put out in regards to wanting something to happen, all right, you will get back. All right. So it's very important for you to never send out energy that you do not want to get back to you, because it's going to come back. Whatever you send out is going to come back. And that is a real oath that one must take when practicing divination. All right, let me read the oath again. All right. In perfect love and perfect trust, 8 words the wicked reads. You're not supposed to harm none and do as you will. Remember, we all got free will, so you're going to do as you will. But you're not supposed to harm none, specifically when it comes to this. All right, so off the back, I'm getting somebody may have been practicing spell work and their intentions was all wrong. And Spirit is telling y'all, remember this oath. Because once you take that risk and dedicate yourself to causing harm and putting an energy of harm out into the universe, it is going to come back to you. All right? So in perfect love, in perfect trust, 8 words. This reads, all right? Never do harm to none, never. But do as you will. Never do harm to none, but do as you will. And always remember the rule of 3. What ye sends out, whatever you send out, comes back to you. Follow this with your mind, with your body, and with your spirit and heart. And marry ye, marry part. Go about your way. All right? But remember that Spirit is telling you, Spirit is telling somebody to remember that. Remember, any energy that you dedicate to your spirit guides or spirits to handle something, make sure that you are following the rules of the cosmos. Make sure that you are following the spiritual rules before you dedicate yourself into something that may not be worth the risk. All right, that's a message for somebody. And for those that is now practicing divination and that is interested in this gift and talent, Spirit is saying before, right? Before you tap in, before I feel like you even create an altar, ask yourself, what do you want from that altar? What is your intentions from that altar? What do you want to learn? What, like, those are the things, because there's always rules. There's always rules and there's always levels. And for this oath to come out, and this law, this is a law, this is a Wicca law. And for some of you guys, thank you, Spirit. All right. So for some of you guys, Wicca is speaking. Wicca is word magic. Like, it's words. It's when you speak. So unknowingly, people speak their way into karma because they speak on your name. Even when you get into an argument and you say, you know, motherfucker, I hope you get unalived, or that is Wicca. And that's why a lot of people fall short when it comes to controlling themselves, because they don't even know Wicca and what you speak and how you're talking and communicating is a form of magic. Our words are spells. Why do you think it's called spelling? That's why the Wicca law came out, because I feel like somebody may need to know and understand the real law of spirituality when it comes to Wicca, and that is speaking something into existence. That is speaking or putting a spell on somebody by speaking. And if you are not equipped to engage or even discern that type of magic, it will work or have some sort of delay or effect on you. All right? So very important. Somebody is being told somebody's either being warned that God sees that somebody is using their words in a negative light. Somebody is projecting and casting spells on people knowingly or unknowingly with their words, and Spirit is saying warning. Spirit is saying, I'm going to give you another chance. Maybe you forgot, right? A God is a God of second chances. Spirit is saying maybe you forgot what the law is when it comes to our words and our spelling. Somebody may have even been petitioning or writing your name on something, right? Somebody may probably been trying to write your name on something. And God is saying, let me read it to you again. You must abide by the Wicca Law. All right. It says we must abide by the Wicca Law. All right. Wicca, your mouth, what you speaking. Never place harm to none with your words, but do as you will, because we all have free choice. All right. Always remember the rule that what you speak, what you send out, all right, comes directly back to you. So you must follow this again with your mind, body, and spirit. Very important. All right. And for those of you, again, that feels like you're ready, that feels like you have all the tools, you've gained all the knowledge and wisdom, I encourage you to go ahead and create that altar. Just know that a part of the law, and this is a major rule of the Wicca law, is to do as you will, but do not cause harm to none when it comes to your gifts and when it comes to your words, because it's going to come back to you. All right. And that makes you a more powerful and master magician when you understand that. Okay. So Spirit, what else does the collectives need to know about this? Very important. Watch how you use your words. All right. And watch how other people are using their words around you. Okay. Powerful. Words are very powerful. That's why everybody say it's always say what you mean and mean what the fuck you say. Because sometimes words you can't take back. Sometimes. You hear me? Spirit. All right? This is about an initiation. About breaking free from something. All right? Maybe somebody casted some motherfucking words on you. All right? Unknowingly. And you have broke free from that. Maybe you stopped feeding into people's arguments or felt the need to always speak on something. All right? And that released the chain. But it's something about your spirit guides, and it's something about making sure you do not violate the codes of law. All right? When it comes to this spell work, when it comes to what you're dedicating to, is very important. Your spirit guides is like very important. All right? That's like a must not to do that, because I feel like you've been released from maybe like a spell. All right? You've been released from like a spell that had you kind of like maybe chained to a lifestyle, or chained into thinking that you keep having to validate yourself, or you keep having to justify or speak on something. All right? But we gonna find out what that is. So I think Spirit is just letting you know, guys. All right? Again, I can't stress this enough. All right? Say what you mean and mean what you say. And if you are somebody that is easily triggered, that is okay. But it's very important for you to process your emotions before you speak bad or negatively on anybody, because it's looking like when somebody's mad, somebody will say something or run and do spell work, run and write your name on something, run and do something of that nature. All right? And they're dedicated to that. All right? And that is okay, because again, the Lord says do as you will. But just remember, what you send out is going to come back at you. All right? So again, this is all about also, if you are thinking about, getting in this field of magic, all right, you gotta be well enough healed to not easily be triggered and to throw your ego out the window when it comes to spell work. All right, because if somebody that is easily triggered and that knows how to do spell work, you're gonna destroy the world. You're going to destroy the world, because every time you're mad, or every time somebody gets you mad, you're going to go be dedicated and go run to do spell work. When you have been given access, or your intentions is even to want access in this line of work, because it is very risky. You'll start thinking you good at something and forget to stay in the motherfucking lights. All right. And that is why this oath is coming out, because Spirit is saying this, because this goes to anybody that's watching this right now. Whether you've been doing something, whether you haven't, whether you want to get into something, whether you don't, whether you're thinking about it, whether you're not. All right. Whether you strayed too far in the dark, or whether you stayed in the light. The message is, do not forget what the fuck the oath is. All right. The message is, if you was even thinking about or considering getting involved in altar spell work and really setting it up, all right, the oath is. So Spirit is saying, do as you please, but we telling you the oath. That's it. We telling you what's law, what's one of the number one rules when it comes to Wicca magic, and when it comes to spell work, and when it comes to altars, and when it comes to you being dedicated to your spirits. Not every ancestor is a good spirit. Not all ancestors is a bad spirit. All right. And that is why it's very important for you to know who you're praying to. Know the knowledge behind that. Don't just listen to somebody and say, oh, that was a cool ancestor because they know how to do magic. Not, you don't know what the fuck type of magic that ancestor was doing. Right. Very, very important for you to think about these things. So whether you're considering it or not, Spirit is just saying, think about this number one rule, because this rule goes over a lot of people's head when it comes to performing magic and setting up altars. For some, like for instance, somebody might learn about Oshun, right? And think that Oshun is only the goddess of love and want to get their man back, or wanted to be more sexy and start petitioning and start doing things. And now you connected to her. Now she wanted to eat every motherfucking day. Now you don't know the negative side of her. You don't know if she's this satisfied with how you are going about using her energy, and she fucking around give you the dark side of Oshun, which is like jealousy and really, really envy and all that stuff. So again, you gotta remember that too. What side are you working with? There's so much things. And again, this is not to disencourage anybody to make an altar, because it's always good to have that connection with Spirit. It is always good to have that connection with your spirit guides and know that they are here, and just honor them. But all I'm saying is, just remember this oath. Remember, when you start dipping in that type of life, that is a commitment. That's not something where one day you get mad and you want to just take your altar down and throw everything away. No, you don't just treat your spirit guides like that. So it's a strong commitment. And it's like Spirit is saying this commitment requires you to take an oath. You know how when you get on a stand, or when you get like oathed into like being president, you know what I'm saying? Like there's certain things that you got to put your hand on the Bible on and really make that commitment with God that you are not gonna bail. So that's what Spirit is saying. Like, if you're going to do it to the T. And those who have been mistreating it, remember, whatever you get, even if you think nobody didn't see you, all right, you made an oath when you started to practice divination to not harm nobody. Period. Not harm nobody, yourself. Now, you can ask your spirit guides to like work on your behalf if you are being targeted. But if you try to lie to your spirit guides, oh boy, your spirit guides will not fuck with you. Literally, your spirit guides will not fuck with you. All right, so I think that's just big on just understanding the importance of taking that oath of not harming nobody, but do as you will. All right, when it comes to this altar shit, when it comes to spirits, when it comes to your spirit guides helping you with something. Because your spirit guides also know, and everybody's spirit guides also know their karma. All right, so if you're trying to swindle your way out of karma and you thinking they can't see what the fuck is going on, you don't want to have that bad connection. All right, so that's why, again, remember the oath. Remember the oath that you took. And with that oath, you're not supposed to be out here talking about people. You're not supposed to be, oh, you a beast at candle work, but you out here slandering people name and stuff. Like, that is an oath. That is Wicca. Very important message. Wicca magic. It's like when you practice divination, like this is what I'm seeing. Somebody practicing it. All right. Somebody doing something. All right. And it's like you got to be sworn in to that role, that title. Spirits, give me more on this altar. All right, for the collectives, this dedication to this altar. Oh my gosh, a Queen of Cups in reverse. I'm going to put it back. Yeah, I'm going to put it back because the cards is in reverse. But a Queen of Cups in reverse is somebody that is emotionally unstable. All right, when you are emotionally unstable, all right, you will break the oath and speak or say something that is very mean or that is very bad to somebody out of anger, out of emotions. You will say something, Wicca. All right, you will say something to people because you are angry and you are mad and you don't know how to process that emotion, and that word, that spell that you just spoke out will come back to you. Very important to be emotionally stable when you are putting up an altar. And you don't even got to be emotionally stable, but you can't be in a mindset of vindictiveness. Spirit, give me more on this altar, please, and thank you. All right, the Page of Swords, they don't know what they're doing. Somebody is very immature in knowing what they're doing. All right, somebody is a gossiping. Somebody is definitely speaking negatively on somebody's name. The Page of Swords in this energy, all right, is an energy that is very immature, that does not know how to communicate. All right, that is always searching to dig up something to speak on that they don't know all the facts to. And this is the person that is being told to watch how you using that sword, because it's looking like you using that sword like a motherfucking bat. All right, swinging it every which way without having the proper knowledge. All right, you going to set up an altar and asking different spirit god shit to work on your behalf without you knowing what the fuck you even asking for. All right, without you really knowing who the fuck you praying to. All right, so this is very immature energy when it comes to something serious like this in the spiritual. All right, remember, what you send out with this Page of Swords energy will come back to you and is coming back to you. And that is why this reading is here. Whoever you are, try to take a little bit more time when it comes to doing research about a certain situation, about altars, about divination, especially about your words that you're using. Choose your words wisely, because it's going to cause you a lot of karma in the long run, because you're breaking an oath. You're asking things from spirits that you don't need to be asking for. You're speaking on people's names that you don't have all the information or know about. Spirit, tell me more about this this oath. The Fool. Don't be a fool. Don't take that risk. Don't be a fool, baby. Do not be a fool. All right, and take that risk and speak on something or petition a spirit for something. All right, and that is not a risk worth taking. All right, don't be a fool. Don't be a fool and be getting mad and speaking death on somebody's name. Don't be a fool out here calling somebody stupid. Don't be a fool. Spirit is saying, warn you, don't be a fool. With whatever it is that you're speaking about, whatever it is that you're doing with altar, whatever it is, don't be a fool. Don't be a fool, baby. Don't. Spirit, give me more on this spirit. Initiation. And for some of you guys, they may have tried to summon a spirit. A King of Wands. Maybe they try to initiate this King of Wands through some sort of spirit. Maybe they try to summon a spirit to keep you. Spirit, who is this King of Wands? The Chariot. They try to summon spirits to hold you back. All right? They may have did this with words. They may have broke definitely an oath when it comes to trying to hold you back. All right? From moving forward, up out of a situation, being victorious. All right? The King of Wands is a victorious person. It's the fire within them that allows them to keep going. You are a King of Wands. You are somebody that has passion, that has drive, that has the energy and life force of like a tiger. All right? You can't be stopped. You can't be tamed. You're untamable. All right? So somebody was resulting in trying to do maybe love spells, trying to just do anything regarding an altar that they was dedicated to keeping you from being victorious and pushing past the limitations that this person was trying to cause on you through breaking this oath of law when it comes to magic. All right, so that's what it is, guys. You have somebody that was deliberately trying to alter your direction from moving forward by playing with the altar. And I'm gonna say that playing. They wasn't doing nothing for it. They was playing with it. All right, and because they was playing with it, all right, they also didn't realize that their words were also casting spells. All right, so their intentions was wrong with the altar. All right, they were a fool for really taking that risk and setting up an altar for this King of Wands. They broke many spiritual laws and oaths when it comes to projecting with their words. All right, and now it's looking like this masculine is free from the chains. This masculine is no longer chained, and that's what spell work would do. You cannot hold somebody against their free will. You cannot do love spells on somebody without them knowing that you're doing it. Now, if they want to light a candle with you together, that is different. That they know about that. But somebody was trying to hold you as a King of Wands in a situation and not allow you to push forward. All right. And this is telling me, guys, that you were trying to push forward. You are victorious. It wasn't you. It was energy that was surrounding you that was intentionally keeping you from moving forward. And that could have manifested in a lot of different things for you guys. But I hope this reading helped you guys. I love you, and I'll see you later.